Sophia, Sophia, pleasure to be speaking with you both. Sophia, the two-parter at you first. How's your day going, and how do you feel about answering the same questions over and over and over again today?
Oh my goodness. Well, the day is going great. I have to say, one of the nice things about us getting to do press together is that we get to play off of each other, much like we do on camera, in our scenes. And I'm actually just happy for you that you're with us a little later because I do think, at least I'm getting a little less long-winded.
Well, Chris, a different kind of question at you. The Tom character. How much of Tom is there in the human being of Chris?
Hmm.
Well, I think with any character, you try to relate with them on a personal level. And
Hmm.
this may sound scary, but I do relate with Tom. In such that I'm a family man. I love my family. I would do anything for my family. I would die for my family. And I think from a starting point, that is where Tom begins. He is trying to hold his family together and he is
Hmm.
trying to ingratiate himself to some people that he found out are also family. And with the best intentions, his reality starts to diverge, I think, from the reality of everyone else. And that's where things get scary. And hopefully that never happens to me.
Fingers crossed. Sophia, same kind of question at you with Allie. Are there any similarities?
I think what's really, to Chris's point, always important as an actor is to figure out where you feel most connected to someone. I,
Hmm.
I don't have a 15-year-old child, though I am at, the stage in my life we all are with, families and modern families. And
Hmm.
um, I think what I understand most about Allie is how much she loves her family.
Hmm.
And what I admired about her and what I looked forward to playing is that even when she's absolutely terrified, she's still going to run toward the problem for her kid. And I understand that. I also really enjoyed, to be frank, working on a film like this. It starts as a family drama, moves squarely into thriller, and then has some really great movement toward classic, horror stories that we all love. And the last time I did this many stunts, I was playing a cop. So I wasn't playing someone who was scared of much. And it was really nice to get to put myself into this world and into all of this physicality and to get to be
Hmm.
absolutely terrified and absolutely overwhelmed and to be the kind of person who, trips and falls when she's running and manages to get back up and keep going. I just really enjoyed her perseverance and vulnerability mixed together.
Hmm. Chris, now this is yet another book from Adele Parks, MBE. We have to say the correct member of the British Empire, or else we get in trouble. But another book from Adele that's been made into a film. Had you read any of the book before landing the role, or was it the kind of case where you landed the role, you read some of the book, and knew that some of it was going to change?
Well, um, when I began discussions about the role, I was able to order the book and get it very quickly. So I started reading it. I immediately knew that this was a story that I was going to be excited about. Of course, I had the script as well, and I thought they had done a lovely job cramming it, into a film adaptation. But with that wonderful source material to draw from, I knew that the story and the characters was only going to grow from there.
Hmm.
So of course I dove into the book immediately after accepting the
Mhm.
role and read the whole thing several times. I've lent my copy away to somebody, but I when I lent it, I said you're gonna have to forgive all of the marks and notes in the margin and circled passages because
Yeah.
I was really digging in because I knew Adele had experienced these characters and thought about these characters in a much deeper way than I was going to be able to in the first 48 hours of receiving the role. So
Right.
talk about a brilliant and wonderful jump start to my job as an actor.
Sophia, was similar deal for you where you had ordered the book, or had you actually read it before landing the role?
No, I became aware of it when the script was sent to me, and very similarly to Chris, exciting to love a story and then have even more of it. I
Mhm.
think so many people experience things like this where, they read the book and then eventually the book gets made into a movie and then they see the
Mhm.
movie. But for us, getting a great script and then knowing there's a book, there's more that I get to read. There's going to be
Hmm.
more detail and more nuance in all of those pages, obviously, than can be placed into a film script for length. And so it's a really exciting way, I think, to enter into a film project for sure.
Now, last question, which I'll ask both of you. Sophia first. Are we allowed to know where we're going to see you next, or we just have to wait and follow you on Instagram and stalk your IMDb, and that's how we know we're seeing you next?
Yeah, I think it'll come when it's meant to in terms of people's awareness. But one of the things that was so much fun about this, we clearly had like a little bit of secret in the sauce doing this movie because just a few months after we completed filming this, I went and joined Chris on Grey's Anatomy, and it was really sweet for us to, jump into our big text thread with all of our stranger friends and family and send them photos of us in our scrubs. Everyone was like, "What is going on?" So they knew before the world knew for sure.
So, Chris, besides Grays, are you allowed to talk about what's next, or we just have to wait and see like common people?
Well, Grey's ended on a big hanger, and Link is in a precarious position. So, I don't even want to give anything away about Grey's, to be honest.
Fair. Does that mean check my Instagram, follow my TikTok? Is that what
Yeah.
that means, Chris?
I promise you, if I know something that I can share, I will share it.
Okay, that's not a very good answer because I'm just trying to figure out, is this your
Okay.
swan song, or do we get to see you in a film and or television role, nondescript genre, in the near future?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nothing but yeah, as David Lee Roth would say.
Yeah.
Well, Sophia, Chris, thank you for your time. Looking forward to what's next from both of you, and congrats on this new film.
Thank you
Thank
very much.
you.
Thank you, and we're done. We're done. Thank you very, very much. Take care.
Awesome. Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Nice meeting you.
Paltrocast.